having walked his days under African skies.
Hello again. They say that all good things come to an end, and that includes Kruger. We've had such wonderful experiences. I look at this dung beetle doggedly carrying on with his work, accepting his role in life even if it's quite modest. And I learned from him that sometimes we need to take a break, look around, get some perspective, make sure we're going in the right direction, and then get back to work. And so all good things come to an end. This picture is of our campsite in Crocodile Bridge on the last day. It's a little bit of a bittersweet picture because we're leaving the next day. Now I'm 78, we're not finding camping quite as easy as we used to. We're finding the distances quite long. So we don't know if we'll ever go back to Kruger. Perhaps we're leaving behind forever a friend who's brought us so many happy memories. Now in the magnificent movie Fiddler on the Roof, Tevia is saying goodbye to his second daughter, his favorite daughter. She's going off to Siberia to be near to her beloved, who's now a political prisoner. It's a very dangerous time in Russia, just before the Russian Revolution, and no one knows what the future holds. Listen to the question that the daughter asks her father.
Papa, God alone knows when we shall see each other again.
God alone knows when we will see each other again. I ask that question quite often these days. People who are going to live in another town, people who are going overseas, even my own children. God alone knows if we will see each other again. But listen to Tevia's wonderful answer.
Then we will leave it in his hands.
Then we will leave it in his hands. I find those words very comforting. Now, earlier in the movie, Tevia and his wife are watching their older daughter get married, and they sing a song, Sunrise, sunset, swiftly pass the years, one season following another, laden with happiness and tears. Now, I love sunrise and sunset in the Bushveld. On a typical day, we'll be out at the gate before it opens, long before dawn, and we'll watch the sun rise over the Bushveld, and we'll stay out for a few hours, looking at all of our favorite things, wonderful animals, wonderful birds, and sometimes just looking at the scenery. And then somewhere in mid-morning we'll come back to camp, and that's almost my favorite part of the day, and we'll spend time reading under a tree or lying in a hammock, and we'll have lunch and then a little afternoon sleep. That's my favorite part of the day. And then in the late afternoon we'll go out again. This is photographer's time. The air in Kruger in autumn is so clear and the light is so bright. Wonderful time for taking photographs. And we'll stay out and watch the light fade over the Bushveld and still be out when the sun goes down. And so I want to end this little series by playing you a little collage of sunrises and sunsets to the backing of Mantovani playing Sunrise, Sunset.